But Congress is considering pulling the plug on the James Webb Space Telescope, which is the successor.
Don't get me started.
No, I want to get you started. This is the successor to the Hubble, and they say it can peer into the universe and maybe see the moment when the universe was born. I don't even know how that happens. But it costs $6.8 billion, which, by the way, the same amount that it costs to be in Afghanistan for 1 month. So either way, we're sinking money into a black hole. But they're thinking of pulling the plug on this, and it just says to me, you know, why can't we, and I'm not usually a big supporter of these kind of things, but compared to Afghanistan, compared to the tax cuts for the billionaires,
compared to
it seems like we won't do anything that's for the public good.
Well, first of all, let's clarify what the NASA budget is. Do you realize that the $850 billion what was it, with the banks?
TARP.
Yes.
Bailout.
The bailout, the bank bailout. That sum of money
could reach Venus.
That sum of money is greater than the entire 50-year running budget of NASA.
Wow.
And so when someone says we don't have enough money for this space probe, I'm asking, no, it's not that you don't have enough money. It's that the distribution of money that you're spending is warped in some way, that you are removing the only thing that gives people something to dream about tomorrow. Do you remember the 60s? You remember the 60s and 70s? You didn't have to go more than a week before there's an article in Life magazine, the home of tomorrow, the city of tomorrow, transportation of tomorrow. All that ended in the 1970s. After we stopped going to the moon, it all ended. We stopped dreaming. And so I worry that decisions that Congress makes doesn't factor in the consequences of those decisions on tomorrow. Tomorrow's gone.
You know what?
They're playing for tomorrow, metaphoric tomorrow, not the literal tomorrow. They're playing for the quarterly report. They're playing for the next election cycle, and that is mortgaging the actual future of this nation. The rest of the country, the rest of the world is going to just pass us by.
And that's the type of government investment that does have the multiplier effect. I mean, look, you just had a stimulus that didn't include it, and I think there were some management issues too. But you also had the TARP. So my point is that, yes, that's the type of program that we historically have been a capital investment and had a multiplier effect. That's not what we're seeing today, and the reason is that we've, no offense, pissed away so much money in these stimulus packages.
And by the way, there was cost overruns. That's not
right,
and that's bad. But if there's a cost overrun on anything in this world, should we be surprised it comes about on something that you've never done before? This is a telescope without precedent in its size, in its scale, in how deep into the universe it's going to reach to tell us about the origins of the cosmos and the engineering innovations that need to be brought to bear to make that happen.
Speak it, Rev.
I'm just saying.
I wish Dr. Cornel West was here to, please, Brother Neil.
This is the America I grew up in.
Hallelujah.
And it's the America I want to hand to my kids.
But see, this is what we need, because we need a preacher of science, because like this is the week, I guess is it tomorrow that Rick Perry's Christachella down there in Houston? No, I don't know if you...
Christapalooza.
Right.
Christapalooza.
No, you're going to step on a... If you're asking my hobbies, I don't really have any hobbies except, you know, I do love health as an issue. Mm-hmm. Like this is what I read about when I have time off. If I'm going to read a book.
You interested in medical journals and that sort of thing?
But not Western medicine. I think we're being poisoned. I think the next great issue in our time really is that we are being poisoned. I mean, you have had health issues.
Yes, I have.
I would love for you, and I'm speaking to you national treasure to national treasure, Dave.
Well, then I'll pay attention.
To investigate the possibility that your health issues might have arisen from the fact that you're being poisoned by America.
Well, I think that's probably true.
then why don't you stop?
Well, see, that's the problem. That's the conundrum. Because every time I take something, I always feel weird. And then somebody will say, a doctor will say, well, for the weirdness you're feeling by taking something, take something else. And the next thing you know, I'm taking 9 things.
Okay, you're going to wind up like Anna Nicole Smith. If you do it. No, I'm not kidding. When they opened up that EPA Superfund she called the stomach, that is what was I mean,
Right.
she died not from illegal drugs. It was from things that are in the pharmacy.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
if
right.
you're taking 9 different things, you're well on the way to that path. I'm telling you, just look at the commercials that when they advertise something on TV. Like, I see this one for Nasonex. You know, with
What you put in your nose, right?
yes, put it in your nose.
Is it a device?
To stop, because I see another one, Mucinex. Stops mucus!
Yeah, right.
You see, Dave, because why is there mucus? They make it sound like there's no reason. It's because your body is toxic and it's trying to create a river to get rid of this toxin.
That's right. That makes
But
perfect
Mucinex
sense.
stops mucus.
Yeah.
They're going to show mucus who's boss.
Yeah.
They're going to kick mucus's ass and shove it back in your body. Will it create a much bigger problem?
Yes.
Mr. Tough Guy, but
Exactly.
you stop the music.
Yeah.
So I see, but like
Please,
they will.
please don't say mucus again.
Okay. I'm doing it for your health.
I believe you. I see your point.
But like, okay, so there's this Nasonex commercial, same thing, and there's a Nasonex B, voiced by Antonio Banderas.
Really?
And of course, by law, they have to say what the side effects are. So they give the pitch for the product, and then in the middle of the ad, they have to say, and they do say, and by the way, it causes coughing, retching, hemorrhaging, bleeding from the pores, your head falls out of your ass, you explode and die. And then, don't you know, the B comes back and says, a wise choice. So I really want you to...
Well, you bring up an interesting point, and it makes you think like tobacco companies for years and years and years and continue selling their product and killing people. And now you wonder if the same thing isn't happening with pharmaceutical companies.
I promise you it is.
Yeah.
Please get off them, Dave.
Okay, thank you very much. Now,
You want Dave to live,
of
don't
course you do.
ladies and
Thank you very
gentlemen?
much.
This is our Halloween show. We have a very special fashion show for you. You know, I've always said it, I'm not the only one, that Halloween is an excuse for women to dress up slutty. It really is. Or as it's known here in Hollywood, every day of the year. But in lots of the country, they don't dress up slutty all the time. But Halloween, there's always the, you know, the sexy nurse outfit, and there's the sexy, the sexy pirate. This is a real picture. Look at that. That's sexy Freddy Krueger. A sexy male burn victim. Somehow they made that sexy. So it kind of makes you ask the question, what can't they make sexy? We asked that question, and we have some models from the costume stores to present some of the sexy costumes. Would you like to see them now? All right. First up, hello, Kansas City. It's sexy Larry King. Now, this is CNN. Show up to the party in this revealing getup, and guests will want to join you for the full hour. That's sexy Larry King. How ridiculous. All right, next it's sexy Muammar Gaddafi, where Triple E meets Triple D's. Wow, I think I just summarily executed in my pants. This Gaddafi government can't be overthrown. All right, next we have, I love this one. This is so 2011. He's the offbeat comic you can actually beat off to. It's slutty Zach Galifianakis. Does the shag carpet match the woolly drapes? This costume isn't the only thing I like, Greek and alternative. Oh, I love this next one. Here's sexy Dr. Stephen Hawking. That's right. Enjoy preferred parking with this clever costume. There's nothing theoretical about her physics.
Oh, my God.
The universe is expanding, and so are my trousers. And finally, it's sexy Dr. Conrad Murray. That's right, here to administer a fatal dose of wow. In this costume, you'll be a real heart stopper and who can make any man the king of pop. With her in my house, I'd have trouble sleeping too. All right, let's bring out a hostile about this.
It's gross. It's racist.
It's not. But it's so not.
It's like saying
It's
those
so not.
stateless, shifty Jew.
You're not listening
Absolutely
to
not.
what we are saying.
You guys are saying if you want to be liberals, believe in liberal principles
Right.
like freedom of speech, like
Right.
we are endowed by our forefathers with an inalienable rights, like all men are created equal.
Ben, we have to be able to criticize bad ideas. And
Of course we do. No liberal doesn't want you to criticize bad
But
ideas.
Islam
But
at
why
this moment
when-
is the mother lode of bad ideas.
Jesus.
So we have
That's
ideas
just a
like,
fact.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker.